You're standing in the grocery store, staring at the shelves, trying to pick the right brand of cereal. It should be an easy choice, but suddenly, it feels overwhelming. Your mind races with what ifs and doubts. If you've ever felt paralyzed by even the smallest decisions, you're not alone. Anxiety has a way of turning everyday choices into daunting tasks. In today's video, we're going to explore how anxiety affects decision-making and share simple strategies to help you make choices with more ease and confidence. Let's break free from decision paralysis and take back control. 1. Understanding the link between anxiety and decision-making. Let's start by understanding how anxiety impacts the decision-making process. When you're anxious, your brain tends to go into overdrive, constantly analyzing every possible outcome and focusing on the worst-case scenarios. This hyper-awareness, while sometimes helpful, can make decision-making feel impossible. You might find yourself stuck in a loop of indecision, unable to move forward because you're worried about making the wrong choice. Anxiety also affects your ability to trust your own judgment. You may second-guess yourself or feel like you need to consult others before making even minor decisions. This lack of confidence can lead to decision fatigue, where the sheer number of choices you face becomes overwhelming. 2. The role of perfectionism in decision anxiety. Perfectionism often goes hand in hand with anxiety, especially when it comes to making decisions. The desire to make the perfect choice can be paralyzing, as it sets an impossibly high standard that no option can fully meet. Perfectionists may spend excessive time weighing pros and cons, researching every detail, and delaying decisions out of fear of making a mistake. The truth is, there's rarely a perfect choice. Every option comes with its own set of pros and cons, and part of overcoming decision anxiety is learning to accept that no decision is flawless. By letting go of the need for perfection, you can reduce the pressure you place on yourself and make decisions more confidently. 3. The power of simplifying choices. One of the most effective ways to manage decision anxiety is to simplify your choices. When faced with too many options, the brain can become overwhelmed, leading to decision paralysis. By narrowing down your options, you can make the decision-making process more manageable. Limit your options. If you're struggling to choose between multiple options, try narrowing it down to just 2 or 3. This can help reduce the mental load and make it easier to compare the remaining choices. Set clear criteria. Establish clear criteria for your decision before you start considering options. For example, if you're choosing a new phone, decide what features are most important to you: battery life, camera quality, or price. This will help you quickly eliminate options that don't meet your needs. Avoid information overload. While it's important to gather information before making a decision, too much information can be counterproductive. Set a limit on how much time you'll spend researching and trust that you have enough information to make a good decision. 4. Embracing good enough decisions. Another key strategy for managing decision anxiety is to embrace the concept of good enough. This means recognizing that not every decision needs to be perfect or life-changing. Sometimes a decision that's simply good enough is all you need. Set realistic expectations. Instead of aiming for the perfect choice, aim for a choice that meets your most important criteria. This shift in mindset can help alleviate the pressure to find the perfect solution and make decision-making less stressful. Practice decisiveness. Once you've made a decision, stick with it. Avoid the temptation to go back and second-guess yourself. Trust that you made the best choice you could with the information you had at the time. Learn from mistakes. If you do make a decision that doesn't turn out as expected, view it as a learning opportunity rather than a failure. Mistakes are a natural part of life, and each one offers valuable lessons that can inform future decisions. 5. Break decisions into smaller steps. Large, complex decisions can be especially daunting, leading to increased anxiety and indecision. One way to make these decisions more manageable is to break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. Start small. Identify the first step you need to take and focus on that. For example, if you're deciding on a career change, start by researching industries that interest you, rather than trying to figure out your entire career path in one go. Use micro decisions. Break the decision down into a series of smaller choices. This can help you make progress without feeling overwhelmed. Each small decision moves you closer to the final outcome, making the process less intimidating. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge and celebrate each small step you take toward your decision. This can help build momentum and reduce the anxiety associated with making larger decisions. 6. The role of intuition in decision-making. Intuition, sometimes referred to as a gut feeling, can be a powerful tool in decision-making, especially when anxiety is clouding your judgment. Your intuition is your brain's way of processing information quickly, based on past experiences and subconscious knowledge. Tune into your gut. When you're faced with a decision, take a moment to check in with your gut feeling. How does each option make you feel? While it's important to consider facts and logic, don't ignore your intuition. It can offer valuable insights. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness can help you tune into your intuition by quieting the noise of anxious thoughts. Practice being present in the moment and paying attention to how your body and mind respond to different choices. Combine intuition with logic. While intuition is valuable, it's most effective when combined with logical reasoning. Use your intuition to guide you, but also take the time to analyze your options and consider the pros and cons. 7. Managing the fear of regret. One of the biggest contributors to decision anxiety is the fear of regret. The worry that you'll make the wrong choice and end up regretting it later. This fear can be paralyzing, leading to indecision and second-guessing. Accept uncertainty. No decision comes with a guarantee, and it's impossible to predict the future with certainty. Accept that uncertainty is a natural part of decision-making, and that some level of risk is unavoidable. Focus on what you can control instead of worrying about potential regret. Focus on making the best decision you can with the information you have. Remember that you can't control every outcome, but you can control how you approach the decision. Reframe regret. If you do experience regret, try to reframe it as a learning experience rather than a failure. Every decision offers an opportunity to grow and learn, and even a decision that doesn't work out can lead to positive outcomes in the long run. 8. When to seek support in decision-making. While it's important to trust your own judgment, there are times when seeking support can be beneficial, especially when anxiety is making it difficult to make decisions. Talk to a trusted friend or mentor. Sometimes, talking through your options with someone you trust can provide clarity and perspective. Choose someone who knows you well and can offer unbiased advice. Consider professional help. If decision anxiety is significantly impacting your life, it may be helpful to seek support from a therapist or counselor. They can help you explore the underlying causes of your anxiety and develop strategies for managing it. Use decision-making tools. There are various tools and techniques, such as pros and cons lists, decision trees, and weighted decision matrices, that can help you organize your thoughts and make more informed choices. These tools can be especially helpful when you're feeling overwhelmed by options. 9. Final thoughts. Overcoming decision anxiety. Decision anxiety can feel overwhelming, but with the right strategies, you can learn to navigate it with confidence. By simplifying your choices, embracing good enough decisions, and trusting your intuition, you can make decisions more easily and reduce the stress that often accompanies them. Remember, decision-making is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice to improve. Be patient with yourself as you develop new habits and approaches, and don't be afraid to seek support when needed. With time and practice, you'll find that making decisions becomes less daunting and more empowering.